My name is Paige. Ever since I can remember, I love space and rockets, and these are my adventures. Today, my first solid fuel rocket.
Five, four, three, two, one.
If you're building from a kit like I am, the first thing to do is to take it out and make sure you've got all the bits and take a moment to read the instructions and understand where bits go. I left the parachute in its bag because the strings would get tangled before I needed it. The first part is the motor housing, which has a cut in the tube for this spring clip which holds the motor in. Around this glues a couple of rings to hold the housing inside the body of the rocket. I'm using a sheet of paper to keep glue off the cutting mat. I had a bit of help, just pushing the motor tube into the tail fin. Then another ring goes into the top to make sure it fits inside the body in the centre. The small tube is glued to the side to help guide the rocket for the first meter. Then this all fits into the tail assembly. The next bit is to cut a small sheet of paper that holds the shock cord, a bit of elastic. When the delayed charge goes off, it fires the nose off the rocket, and this elastic absorbs the shock effect and keeps it attached. Moving on to the nose grip. I attached the parachute to an eye hole and the shock cord. Now, letting all the glue dry solidly, it's nearly ready to fly. Most importantly, I painted the rocket with a pig stencil because style matters. To fly, we joined the East Anglian Rocketry Society, who have a field, and were both incredibly welcoming and helpful in showing us how we can safely launch and recover the rockets.
Again, we'll go out for three. And there we go in. 5, 4, 3.
Push in. Push down. That's it. Turn. It's a joy. It's a joy. Well done.
Because I'm launching the rockets here, the filming is done by Dad. The first 3 launches are using the lower power A8 rockets. The A rating means they give around 2.5 Newton meters of force, at an average of 8 newtons. Effectively, they burn for less than half a second. The parachute deployed nicely on the first flight, but not so well on the second.
On the left hand, we have Paige.
Transmitter draws really on. Yes, I've got one on the top.
3 becomes down on the parachute.
Just a
The
second.
skies are clear, so we are launching.
Lots of people. I've got
3,
it.
2, 1, launch.
80 metres.
Magnificent flight.
Oh, what a shame.
This is a little break.
The technique of packing is something I need to get more consistent. But all 3 flights were successful in that we recovered the rocket in a state that it can be flown again.
The right channel selected. Here we go. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
A break for lunch. Whilst that happens and we acquire some more powerful motors, why don't you hit like and subscribe? B motors are twice as powerful, especially that it works so well on the A. As you can see here, my rocket was one of the smallest ones on the wreck, but small can also mean light, which means it flies better on the lower power engines.
Okay, on level path, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The fourth launch here shows the increase in speed, and I can say very much, Dad, how much smoother the video recording there is. You're beginning to get the hang of this now, aren't you?
Thanks.
And now the fifth. Where's the fifth, Dad?
Ah, well, this is the one where there was a mistake and your rocket was launched instead of the intended one.
Okay, well that happened. It went so very high though. So let's move on to the sixth and last launch, which was just spectacular in how fast and high. And Dad, what's the video for this one, Dad?
I distinctly remember I had a can of Pepsi in my hand and then you launched, and I was thinking about getting my phone out to record it and didn't.
You had one job. You're fired. One question I know I'm going to be asked is how high did they go? Well, I'm not sure. This is still a very entry-level rocket, but we can work out how fast it was going. Dad, here's your chance to redeem yourself.
Okay, so like we did before in the water rockets, we can take stills from the video, then line them all up on a display. Using a marker, the top of the rocket next to yours, we can then measure in pixels how far the rocket moves in each frame. We can measure the rocket in pixels and also in real life, and that gives a scale. Entering all this onto a spreadsheet, we can work out the speed in meters per second and compare the speed of the A and B motors. The B motor are significantly faster than the A, but to begin with the A does get a bit faster to launch, possibly because it's lighter. The ending result though, if before the rocket goes out to shot, is that the B motor is twice as fast as the A motor, and speed translates to height and time of flight. 40 meters per second might sound fast, but it's about the speed of a solidly hit tennis ball, slower than a tennis ball hit by a professional player, but also the rocket is half the weight of a ball, so the total energy is much lower.
So there you have it, an awesome set of launches, and I can't wait to go back next time.